another hood. They just waiting on somebody to lift that truck up, and then they own them. This is what they do in our community, man. This is what they do. They set traps in our community so people can lift up that truck, lift up the door, get in there, and then they can lock them up again. Records in our community. So as y'all see this truck in y'all hood, be careful, cause this a bait truck. It got shoes, everything in there, but don't fall for the okie doke, y'all.
That's the truck. Ain't nobody breaking in the truck. I think this is bogus, and y'all should be dropping back in. This is public street, right? I'm having a good day. Y'all have a good day. Get this truck out of here, bro. I'm not letting y'all lock up no more of us. You got enough of that. It's real crimes being committed. Why do you got to do this?
The bait trap.
Huh? Put this in your neighborhood. Let me see this in your neighborhood, then I won't be doing that. All right? That's what I'm saying. Go put this. That's where you live.
Doing it again in another hood. They just waiting on somebody to lift that truck up, and then they own them. This is what they do in our community, man. This is what they do. They set traps in our community so people can lift up that truck, lift up the door, get in there, and then they can lock them up again. Records in our community. So as y'all see this truck in y'all hood, be careful, cause this a bait truck. It got shoes, everything in there, but don't fall for the okie doke, y'all.
That's the truck. Ain't nobody breaking in the truck. I think this is bogus, and y'all should be dropping back in. This is public street, right? I'm having a good day. Y'all have a good day. Get this truck out of here, bro. I'm not letting y'all lock up no more of us. You got enough of that. It's real crimes being committed. Why do you got to do this?
The bait trap.
Huh? Put this in your neighborhood. Let me see this in your neighborhood, then I won't be doing that. All right? That's what I'm saying. Go put this. That's where you live.
Yeah. Don't let that shit ride. Fuck that. The community didn't ask for that. That man said out of his mouth that the federal government mandated them to do this shit. So that means that the federal government who not sending resources so that there can be opportunities and jobs. And just like I told his goofy ass, most of these people out here committing crime, they not doing it because they ain't got nothing else to do or it's fun. They doing it as a means of survival. So if you want to stop crime, create opportunity. Simple. I was gonna dance and all that and have fun, but when he said that shit to me, it pissed me off. Get that fucking truck out of the neighborhood. And that's what advocacy look like. Good job, people. Get that fucking truck out of here.
We don't play no
If
games.
we don't get it,
Shut it down.
that's it. Yeah, there they go. No. Goodbye.
So they want to do it, we gonna follow.
Oh my God, it's been a long day. What's up, guys? This is Madam X, Frequency Real Radio. If you're here, you probably already the fuck know. But anyways, this is not a car chat. I'm going to label it a car chat, but this isn't actually an in-the-house chat. My toy poodle wanted to ride with me when I was in the car going somewhere when I had originally planned. Excuse me, I had to pause it. I just had like a cough attack for no reason. But she was riding in the car with me, and of course she got to ride on my side and have her head all out in the wind, flossing and flexing. So I couldn't really record because I had the windows all down while the little dog snot drips from her nose were blowing back on me. How precious is that? So, yuck. So, anyway, this is an in-the-house chat, and I just wanted to talk about really quick. I'm not going to do too much commentary on it right now because the sister is busy, but I just, when I saw the article, it didn't blow my mind, but I have to come and ask the question, what the fuck is going on in Chicago? I mean, we know ever since, quote unquote, slaves, blacks, whatever, chattel slavery, ever since we've been emancipated or we've been free or we've had these certain civil rights and things, and we haven't been in physical chains. Everybody knows we've been in mental chains. The slave masters of back in the day have just turned into your highest ranking government officials, your police organization, the whole police structure. We know things if you can kind of just fix your mind to see things through a different lens, just because, and not so much pay attention to what people call themselves, but pay attention to what things really are. Like my dog, I can stick a tag on her that says she's a duck, but at the end of the day, she's going to be a poodle. So try not to focus too much on titles and look at how things play out and what is actually happening in society, and that'll help you understand who's who. So anyway, I saw an article and a video about how certain I don't know what they called it. I read it earlier today, but certain traps were being set up around the city where they had these huge tractor trailers filled with things like Jordans, Nikes. I think they said like Louboutin, red bottoms. I don't know, because I don't own them shits. I've never been pressed for labels. Came up in a pretty good middle class neighborhood, never wanted for a thing, had the best parents in my life and that you could ever have in life. Grew up with my mom and my dad all of my life. They're married for over 25 years until my dad died. So I never wanted for anything. And my mom is a Libra, so she knew how to max out her credit card and buy a plethora of material things that she could not afford. And so she had those Nordstrom's cards. I mean, back when I was young, 12, 11, things like that. She had those Saks Fifth Avenue cards. She had those Nordstrom cards. I could still remember certain DKNY, like they were like how you would think rain boots would be nowadays, but they weren't like that cheap rubber material. They were like that. It's not canvas. It's almost like a waterproof. It's a different material. I had to find what that material was called. And they had a black zipper up the front. They were all black with like a black rubbery gummy sole. But what made them was this material, guys. And I don't know what that material would be called. It's almost like the material you would find on a gym bag or on a travel bag, something like that. If anybody gets what I'm talking about, if you're around my age group, which I'm not fucking telling you how old I am, listen to my past videos, and you can kind of figure it out. A lot of things I say age myself and date myself. But so I've never wanted for a thing. I have a lot of friends that are really into those type of things. I like designers, please don't get me wrong. But because of kind of my stance and how I feel about our history and my race, I could never see myself unless I was just like absolutely balling. And then I think that I would be the person who would try to create a fashion line myself to have those same sort of items. But I can't say I don't like nice things. I do, but I can never see paying those type of prices for things and going broke or putting my money into labels like that. I mean, if I wasn't making like $300,000 a year, a millionaire, balling, I wouldn't even say six figures, because nowadays in 2018, what is really six figures? That's like the minimum just to be comfortable and have the things you want. So unless I was like over $200,000, I would never, and I probably wouldn't even still buy it then, because I can't imagine I'm going to a job to earn this money and then some culture vulture or someone else where the money doesn't come back in my community or to people like me is just like balling out of control, living that absolute best life while I'm going to work disgruntled at my boss every day and the work that I do. You know, my face screwed up as soon as I walk in. So that's why I said I would have to be a millionaire, a complete absolute baller, not a broke baller, which is anybody making under 100,000 or in the 100,000s. And I'm not calling that a broke baller. I'm just saying, if you're buying Louboutins and shit, you're probably going to be a broke baller on that kind of salary. So it's never been a big deal to me, but I have a lot of friends. I just like quality. I'm all about quality. I'm all about things that have more of a sentimental value. I'm not really big, and I don't take great care of material things. So it's probably best I don't have all of that expensive stuff. But in any event, they had a truck in Chicago that was seen in certain lower class neighborhoods where like these huge tractor trailer sort of trucks, and they had Louboutins in them and tennis shoes and I guess all kind of goods and items, and it was unlocked and unattended. And so what's being said is that it was a setup to kind of catch people, you know, a sting by the police to see who they could get and kind of lock up for them quote unquote stealing from or robbing from these trailers. And what I was really kind of happy to see is there was some community activists, some civil activists. I'm going to try to find out their name. I have a clip but I'm gonna show you a clip in a minute. It'll either be before or after this brief commentary. But there was civil activists talk, because I guess some police had come up, or the guy had spotted some police by his trucks, and he was saying, this is wrong. Why wouldn't you take this to your neighborhood? Why don't you take this to where you live? Why is it here in the black community, or it could have been Hispanic, Latino, but just the lower class neighborhoods, or the neighborhoods where the mean or median income probably is not that high? Why are these trucks in this neighborhood? So I was really happy to see that there were actual civil activists out there warning people, like, look, don't touch that truck because it's a setup. And on that note, like I said, I'll make this short. You can watch for yourself. On that note, I find it, I've always thought when the police set people up, that is wrong. It's like tempting somebody and then punishing you, like offering a kid like you told a kid they can't have any candy. You offered a kid a lollipop. You're eating a lollipop in front of a kid. You're holding a lollipop out to the kid. And then when they take it or try to eat it, you slap their hand. That's how I feel about red light camera tickets. Maybe I'm just getting a little personal here. That's how I feel about red light camera tickets. That's how I feel with those prostitution. I mean, we're not getting into whether it's right or wrong. It's the oldest fucking shit in the book. With those prostitution stings, it's like, how can you, if you catch somebody doing a quote unquote crime, just off the cuff, just off you doing your everyday job, that's fine. But I don't understand when they sting and they set people up for certain things. It's like if they're baiting you, and I know that can be argued. I know there are different opinions. Like, you guys may feel drug stings are right. You may feel prostitution stings are right. But it's almost like if they're baiting you to commit the crime, especially with this baiting where they're planting these items in an unattended open tractor trailer, these high price items in low class neighborhoods, and then actually looking to arrest people who steal those items. If it was in any other neighborhood, they'd probably steal it too. And who even says that? Who comes up with that thought pattern? And that just goes to show you that it's just modern day slavery. There is a master and there is a slave, because who even goes through that thought pattern where that makes sense to them, that putting high priced items in impoverished neighborhoods, people aren't going to steal. When you live in a capitalistic society and less than 1, 2, 3, last time I checked, it was like 1% of the wealth is in the hands of the people. It's in that select, that very minute 1%. What do you think people who are underprivileged or people who don't have as much as other people, what do you think they're going to do? So it's just completely wrong. I'm glad. Shouts out to the civil activists who are out there warning people about these trucks and these setups and these stings, so the police force cannot be successful in their job with things like this. And then the bigger question, which when I have maybe in another video I'll come back and talk about it, is just what the fuck, I'm back to what the fuck is going on in Chicago. I mean, all the murders, which I truly believe is conspiracy. They need to harvest that many organs where they're killing people and they're setting them up to arrest them, get them lost in the system, kill them and take their organs too. Like, there's really some crazy shit. Or are these all perpetuations by that government system of Chicago to bring martial law to the city or take the city over in a way? Or is Chicago going to be one of the first places where martial law starts under the guise that all of these crimes and things that aren't really truly happening according to the narrative that they're giving are happening? It's just a bigger question, and I think we all need to get involved, and it's not singled out to just black people or anything like that. Anybody who cares about humanity or the human race, we need to come together, spread the news on these kind of things, and fight these injustices, because, I mean, it's crazy, and I can't imagine this place and not being hell on earth because of these kind of things that go on. So, guys, if you have comments, opinions, if you have any interest in videos or things that you come across that have to do with things, informational messages that we really need to pass along across the country to one another, so we could just stay aware and stay on top of our game, to keep us out of the penal system, to keep us out of the jail system, the courthouse system, the lawyer system, to keep us out of the traffic system, the motor vehicle damn system. to keep us out of those places. I think we really, really should pass those things around. And I appreciate anybody who puts me on to something, sends me something, and let me know what's going on where you live, where you're at, and the injustices that you're seeing with your own two eyes, or that you witnessed online or in your community. And guys, with that, again, I'll roll the video. I'm doing the audio first, but then I'll put the video together, and I'll even roll the video. I have a short clip of it, but I'm going to try to find a longer clip. I'll put that either before or after my commentary, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, what's today? It's Wednesday, August the 8th, 8/8. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and hopefully I will get a second one this evening and not be too busy, and I'll come on with Gemini's August tarot readings. The tarot readings for Aries and Taurus have been pretty interesting. I'm getting some good feedback on those, and I think they're pretty much, going to be very helpful for some people out there who listen to those. Or if you're cross-watching, if you're dealing with the Aries, if you are Aries or a Taurus, you have an Aries or Taurus sun, moon, or rising, or you have a Aries or Taurus where you want to know what's going on in their life and you're cross-watching, check out my astrology vids, and I'll try to get back to you guys with Gemini tonight. If I don't because I know before we turn around, August will be halfway over. If I don't post Gemini tonight, it will definitely go up before Monday. All right, guys. Love you. Have a great evening. Be careful out there, and keep all of your eyes open. Your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your toes. You might want to close your mouth, but just keep everything open. All right, guys, especially your mind. I'm out of here. See ya. Madam X. Love you.